Woohoo! We're on page 4 of the income and expense declaration. If you're filling this out because you're doing disclosures or you're asking for spousal support or attorney fees and there are no kids in your case, then you probably don't need to worry about page 4. But I'm a child support attorney, and so page 4 is very important in my world. Again, fill out all the information at the top. For the sake of brevity, I'm going to skip it. Section 16, number of children. I have specify number children under the age of 18 with the other party in this case. Let's say I've got 1. And then the next section is the children spend what percentage of time with me and the other parent. Well, let's say that we share 50-50. If you're not sure about the percentage or it has not been agreed to, please describe your parenting schedule. So if you don't exactly know the parenting split, you can just describe the schedule. The next section is children's healthcare expenses. I do not have health insurance. I'm going to say I do, and it's Blue Cross. And a lot of times my clients don't know the address of the insurance company, so I frequently end up leaving this blank. But if you know the address of the insurance company, fill it out. The monthly cost for the children's health insurance is or would be, and you need to fill that out. So you may need to talk to your employer to find out what it would be. For me, it doesn't matter. It costs me the same amount of money whether I'm paying for insurance for just me or my entire family. And we determined that that was $1,210 a month. However, a lot of times it costs a little bit of money for just the parent and then more money for the kids. They want to know, what does it cost to add the kids of the relationship? Mommy. Additional expenses for the children in this case. Child care so I can work or get job training. In this situation, it's $900 a month. Now, there might be a situation where you go to a dance class once a week and you have to hire a babysitter. That doesn't go in this section. That would be included on page 3 under the average monthly expenses, but it doesn't go here because it's not job related. Children's health care not covered by insurance. So again, this would be prescriptions, co-pays, deductibles. I'm going to say on average it's $20 a month. Travel expenses for visitation. I'm in a really rural area, so we see a lot of travel expenses for visitation. I'm going to say that it's $100 a month. Different courts handle this differently. Mommy, I've seen some courts, they want to know how far is it from your house to the meeting point, and they will calculate the expense using the IRS allowable deduction for mileage, which is like 54 cents a mile or something. Other courts want to know, how much did you actually spend? Show me your receipts. Other courts want to know, how many miles is it? How many miles per gallon does your vehicle get? What does gas typically cost in your area? So obviously, the more accurate you can be with this information, the better. I recommend having receipts and supplying them. Another thing is, DCSS may not plug this information into your calculation if you don't supply them with receipts. Children's educational and other special needs. So if your kid has a tutor or something or special needs, you're going to want to put that expense there. Now we have special hardships. I ask the court to consider the following special financial circumstances. Attach documentation of any item listed here, including court orders. So the first one is extraordinary health expenses not included in item 18B. So let's say that I've got a $12,000 ambulance bill. So I would put $1,000 a month. This isn't something that I included up above. and I'll be paying on it for 12 months. And it's nice if you put some information about what this expense is for. Let's say in this situation, it's because Terry was sick and my insurance didn't pay what they were supposed to for the ambulance bill, and I'm still fighting with them. Major loss. Oh, and I would put some information probably down here about that. I'm not going to write that out here just for the sake of brevity, but you need to write that information, in my opinion. Major loss is not covered by insurance, so things like fire, theft, other insured losses. I don't frequently see a lot that goes in this situation category. Expenses for my children who are from other relationships and are living with me. Well, I don't have that in this situation, but I certainly see it in a lot of situations. So you might be in a situation where you have 3 other children living with you. You would have listed them on page 3, and you need to list the names of the children and then the child support that you receive from those children. And what I like to know is the parent of those children living with you. The reason why this is important is because it's going to help the court decide how much, if any, of a hardship deduction to give you for those children. It's something that gets plugged into the child support calculation. The next section is the expenses listed in ABC create an extreme financial hardship because, and you're going to explain why that's a financial hardship. And then if there's any other information you want the court to know about your support case, you're going to put it in section 20. You're going to go back to page 1, make sure you sign that, assemble all the pages of your income and expense declaration, attach your pay stubs, attach a profit and loss if applicable. If you needed extra room to explain anything, attach those extra sheets. And then you need to serve your income and expense declaration on the other party in the case, as well as the Department of Child Support Services, if they are involved in your case. And then you need to file with the court the original plus 2 copies of your income and expense declaration, as well as a proof of service, original and 2 copies of that. And that proof of service needs to be filled out showing who was served, when they were served, where they were served, and what they were served with. You can fill out the proof of service yourself, but you actually need to have someone else serve your income and expense declaration. It has to be someone over the age of 18, not a party to the case. Okay, stay tuned for more videos. Sorry this one was so noisy. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Again, I can't tell you what to do for your specific case, but I can tell you what I see done. And anywhere in this where I say you need to, I'm not speaking about your specific case. I'm not giving you legal advice. I'm basically speaking from the perspective of a Department of Child Support Services attorney, telling you what I want to see when we receive income and expense declarations in my offices. Thank you so much.